Hey, this is Marcus Sortias, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Flashpoint XPLOR 300 Pro, also known as the Godox AD300 Pro. And just to keep it simple, I'll keep, from now on, the rest of the video, I'll just call this the AD300 Pro because that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to start unboxing this, and I'll just talk you through like how I made the decision to buy this. So I've been fortunate enough to be doing some outdoor photo shoots lately, and I've been using the Godox AD300 Pro. That's what I have now, and it's been a great strobe. But on two of my photo shoots, it was glitching out a lot. It was either like not firing at all, or in a couple instances, it was actually firing at full flash power, regardless of what I had set the flash power to. And so that was just getting really annoying. So what I was doing in the meantime to solve that problem is I would just turn the AD300 Pro on and off until hopefully like it got fixed. And I got enough shots where it worked, but it just kind of annoyed me that it was becoming unreliable. To be fair though to Godox, it's not entirely Godox's fault. When I first got the AD300 Pro, I used it on an outdoor photo shoot, and I failed and forgot to secure my light stand by weighing it down. So of course a wind came over and knocked over my light stand, and my brand new AD200 like crashed on the ground. And at the time there was no problems. It worked fine. So part of me is wondering if maybe it got some damage like way back then that's only starting to show up now. So I've been actually wanting to buy an AD300 Pro for a long time, actually ever since it first came out. But I know that's just like, gear acquisition syndrome, also known as gas. So I kept putting it off, and just like telling myself like, I can just keep using my AD200 Pro. But having those two photo shoots where waiting for this car to go by. So after having two photo shoots where the AD200 Pro was being unreliable, I decided to look into buying an AD300 Pro. And so I looked on Adorama, B&H Photo, and like I was looking to buy it used to save some money. And then finally I decided to look on eBay. And just as a caveat, I normally don't buy my used gear on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or those type of peer-to-peer platforms, just because I'm so worried about getting scammed. But I saw a deal on eBay that it was too good to pass up. I have to check the price on my notes here. So it was, it was a flat. So first I searched under the Godox AD300 Pro product name, and I didn't really see any good deals. But the thought occurred to me, what if I search under the Adorama brand name? So Adorama, they rebrand Godox flashes and strobes as Flashpoint. So I put in the name of Flashpoint XPLOR 300 Pro, and I saw a really good deal. It was for, what's the price? I wrote it down. It was for where is it? I thought I wrote it down here. It was like for $284.07. Plus there was like a 5% coupon code. So the 5% basically took care of all the taxes, and also the shipping was free. And so the one big thing that made me hesitate to pull the trigger though was this eBay seller had a no return policy. And normally for me, that's an instant deal breaker. But two things that kind of swung me towards buying was they had a very high rating. It was like 99.5 or like 99.7%, which is pretty high. And also when I read through the feedback, I saw some positive reviews from customers who had bought an XPLOR 300 Pro. So those two things together, like high rating plus people specifically saying they had a good experience with buying that specific product, the XPLOR 300 Pro, made the site kind of like swung me into pulling the trigger. And actually part of the reason I'm making this video is in case it ends up like being defective and not working, and maybe it'll help me get my money back from eBay, even though the eBay seller specifically doesn't have a no return policy. So that's part of the reason I'm making this video, not just for you, the user, to help you out, but also just for myself as buyer protection. All right, so let's open this up. On a tangent, yeah, I normally don't buy expensive stuff on eBay. And also, actually, I also don't like to buy expensive camera gear on Amazon too, because I've seen videos on social media. But I mean, who knows if they're fake or not? But where people open it up and turns out there's like a brick inside or something dumb like that. So here we go, moment of truth. Opening up this box finally. That's how it looks in the box. So it actually came with the original packaging, and in the product listing it said that these were like brand new. They've like never been used. So having it in the original packaging like this is a good sign. Let's get this out. Put this aside. So this is, yeah, the Flashpoint XPLOR 300 Pro. So at least the box is authentic. So let's open this up. Please be. So you're finding this out along with me right now. Okay, so it has the instruction manual, it looks like. Yeah, it's the instruction manual. And there it is inside its case. Let's get this out. All right. So there's the case. Okay, moment of truth, guys. We're going to open it and see what's inside. Find out whether I scored a great deal or did I just get scammed. All right, it's in there. Whew, I cannot tell you how relieved I am. But I brought a camera, my Canon EOS R, and my Godox X3 flash trigger, just to test this out, and we'll see how it works. Let's go with the accessories first. Yeah, so this is the cable to plug the charger into the wall. And this is a bracket to put it on a light stand. And I can never put anything back the way it was. Let's see, what's this? So this is the battery. And a little protective cover for the circuits. So actually, I should talk about this. Couple of reasons why I got the AD300 Pro over like maybe the AD400, AD600, and so on, is that the AD300 Pro, the battery is compatible with the batteries on my Godox AD200 Pro. So, and also I think the charger is too. Yeah, the charger looks very similar to the one on my AD200 Pro. So I like that I can keep using the same batteries and same chargers between the AD300 Pro and the AD200 Pro. Another big reason I went with this strobe is that this is like the biggest strobe I can use with my SMDV Flip 32G softbox. I've made videos about that softbox, but it's a quick setup softbox, and it's 32 inches, and I love that softbox. And I didn't want to have to, if I got a bigger strobe and more powerful strobe than this, I would have had to buy a whole new softbox, and I didn't want to do that. So it's an underrated reason for buying a new piece of gear, is looking at whether is it compatible with the gear that you already have. So I know that this is compatible with the batteries and chargers of my AD200 Pro, and also it's compatible with my softbox. I just had to buy the AD300 Pro adapter, and that's only like 25 bucks if you buy it on smdvflip.com. That's the SMDV American distributor website. So let's see if this battery's charged. Find out. All right. Let me see. Actually, I'll go come up to the camera and do it. It's kind of awkward, but I think it'll be helpful. This is the kind of stuff that I wish someone would have shown me. So I'm going to take the cover off of this. Let's see if this battery's charged or not. If not, I have an AD200 Pro battery I can use. So moment of truth, plug this in. Let's see, power. Here we go. This is the power button. Moment of truth. Oh, okay, the battery's charged. only has like 1 bar though. Yeah, let's use the other battery, my AD300 Pro battery, which also helped me test the compatibility of that too. So I know that this is like fully charged. I just charged this for a recent photo shoot. Turn it on. Okay. So let's set this up. Let's set up, okay. I'll set it up to be the same as my flash trigger. So let's put it on group C, because A and B I already have flashes set up on my flash trigger for group A and group B. So I'll have this be group C. Channel, I have to yeah, for the top button, so this is a combo button where the top function you have to quick press. For the bottom function, in this case the channel, you have to long press. So to change the group, just do a quick press. To change the channel, you have to get into a long press first. Okay, so now you see the channel number is changing. So let me see, I want to make it to, oops, oh no, I did it wrong. Okay, that's C. How do I, oh, maybe I have to change the set wheel. That's what I should have done. So let's long press again to go into the channel. Channel is flashing. I'm going to change it to channel 10 because that's what I have it on set on my flash trigger. Okay, 10. And then, okay, so the set scroll wheel is also a button. So you can press it to lock in the setting. Okay, so I have my Flashpoint XPLOR 300 Pro set to channel 10 and group C. So now let's set it up on my flash trigger. All right. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. So this is the Flashpoint version, but it's the Godox X3, same flash trigger. This is the power button. Hold this down, let it turn on. Okay, actually, let me do, okay, here we go. So yeah, normally I use group B for my Godox AD300 Pro, but now we're going to use the XPLOR 300 Pro instead. So I'm going to turn off group B. I want to turn on group C. Okay, so now I can change the settings for group C, but I have to do one more important thing. So I'm going to swipe down, go into setting, and TCM, this is very important. I'll let this car go by. Okay, so TCM, this is a very important setting that I've forgotten to set a couple of times. So TCM stands for TTL convert to manual, but it's also important if you use a TTL. I'll show you. So you have to tell the trigger how powerful your flash or strobe is. And sometimes I've changed flashes or strobes and forgot to change this setting. And so the flash trigger thought I was using a flash with a different power than what I was actually using. And so it got confused and the TTL didn't work. So yeah, okay, timed out. Wait, oops, timed out. Setting, TCM. So it's set to 200J because I usually use this flash trigger with my Godox AD300 Pro, and that's a 200 watt strobe. This one is 300, so all I need to do is swipe it down to the next 300J. So now TTL should work on this XPLOR 300 Pro. So back to the settings, swipe back up, swipe to the side. Okay, back to this. Okay, so now let's put it all together on my camera. Put this over there for now. Put this aside so I don't cut myself. All right. So first, I'm gonna do it. So this is the Canon EOS R, and I have a Canon EF 28mm f1.8 lens. In case you were wondering. Let's turn this on. And of course, take off the lens cap, very important. So I'm gonna take a picture of my camera setup right now. I just have an iPhone 16 Pro Max on my tripod. Let's see. Oh wait, there you go. So with just a quick, like Flash Photography 101, first you set the exposure in your camera settings for the background. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's see. So I'm on aperture f4, and my shutter speed is 1/200, because that's the maximum flash sync speed of this camera. And then also I'm going to set my ISO. Let's do this manually. So I'm going to unlock it, and let's see. So right now there's a window behind facing this way, so I don't want to make it too bright. If anything, I want to make it darker. Maybe 200. Is 200 good? I'll just make it 100. Yeah, this will show, if I show the before and after, this will be a lot clearer. So this is with no flash and exposing for the background. Yeah, so my camera setup will be in underexposed and dark. So let's put on the flash trigger, my Godox X3. Oops. Slide this in. Okay. So right now it's set to, I'll come up to the camera. So right now it's set to, yeah, channel 10, group C. And right now it's on manual flash power, 1/128. Let's go change it right now. So this is between manual and TTL. I'm going to change this to TTL for now, zeroed out. And let's just see what the flash gives me. So I'm just going to manually hold this up. Oh, actually, I forgot to do that. I need to take off the cap. Oh, okay. Take this off. So there's some foam in here. Yeah, I think I can take this out. Actually, I'm going to try to take this out. Take out this foam. Later I'll learn how to take this off this reflection cover. Yeah, that's okay for now. Okay, so let's try take a picture with this. So let's hold this up above my camera. Focus on my phone, and let's take a picture. So did the flash go off? Let's check it. Oh, pretty good. Let me lower the power a little bit. Let's try -0.3, -0.7. Let's try -0.7 on flash exposure compensation and see what we get. Yeah, I think that's better. All right. So if I do some fancy editing, I'll put these test pictures on the screen. So first picture will be no flash, just exposed for the background. And my subject, which is my camera setup, will be underexposed and dark. And then the next picture will be with the AD300 Pro, but TTL zeroed out. Then the shot after that, the test shot after that will be TTL with -0.7 flash exposure compensation. So this is a big relief. I got an actual AD300 Pro. It's new and it works. So far so good, knock on wood. But yeah, this will be a good addition to my off-camera flash setup. Yeah, I look forward to taking this on more like on-location outdoor photo shoots. So I think that's all for now. Let me see if there's anything else. Check my notes. Yep, I talked about, so just wrapping up, so I talked about like my thought process of like why I decided to buy an AD300 Pro. I talked about the problems I was running into with my AD200 Pro. Did the unboxing and talked about kind of like my fears of shopping on eBay. And I showed you how I set it up with my flash trigger and on my camera, and we took some test shots. So I hope this video helped you out, even if it's a little bit slow and long. But again, my name is Marcus Sortias. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.